In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a MongoDB database with a service called mLab. I'm using mLab because there's a free tier which is super easy to set up. Create an account and navigate to your dashboard, which looks like this. Hit this Create New button and select Single Node and Sandbox. You can see this is just hosted with AWS. Give your database a name. Mine's going to be to-do list auth 999. And finally, hit Create New MongoDB Deployment. That being done, you can see the database listed here. Select it for more details. Here, you can see that we're provided with a URI that Mongoose will easily be able to connect to. We just need to create a username and password for access. Select Users here and add a user. I'm going to make one called to-do list admin with a password of password. Alright, now open up a terminal session and we'll try to connect to this database. Copy this command here and paste it into the terminal. Replace dbuser and dbpassword with the credentials we just created. And it works. We have a Mongo shell running now, which we can just execute arbitrary MongoDB commands in. In the Mongo shell, type help for a reference page. If I enter show DBs, MongoLab actually prevents me. If I run show collections, I get a warning because I'm using a newer version of the Mongo shell, but also no collections are shown because none exist yet. Use the exit command to exit this shell session. Alright, now cd into our to-do list auth backend directory and open it up in Atom. Now in index.js, I'm going to use an environment variable to determine which MongoDB server to connect to. The one on our local host or the one we just deployed. I'll type if process.env.node.env equals production, then I'll connect to one database. Otherwise, we'll connect to the other. I'm going to provide the URI for the production database in an environment variable as well, actually. So replace this string with process.env.mongoURL. Alright, I'm going to run our server now, but with our production environment variables set. So go to mLab and copy our Mongo URI, and then switch into the terminal. Set node.env equal to production, and Mongo URL equal to what we just copied from mLab. Go back and replace the username and password placeholders with our real credentials. Then type nodemon index.js and hit enter. It looks like it's running fine. I'll open up a new tab now, cd into our app directory, and run React Native Run iOS. Pause the video here while that launches. When that's finished, I'll sign up with some new credentials, and it works. And it's still adding our token as an alert, so actually, I'll open up this project in Atom, and in authactions.js. In the signup method, I'll delete that. And now back in the simulator, I'll add a to-do. And it works, and refreshing seems to be fine. And that's all good, and it's using a remote database. Just when we were adding that to-do, the loading indicator wasn't centered, so I'm going to go into components/new-to-do.js and give our loading indicator view some extra style properties. justify content center, and align items center. Reloading that, I'll create another to-do, and that looks much better. Awesome. That's all for this video. In the next one, we'll deploy our server to Heroku, and we'll be all done. I'll see you then.